As a pet owner, what's your worst nightmare? Surely your dog running out and running away must be right up there? But the Zoopa Pet facial recognition app has you covered on this front.
Zoopa is a mobile pet application for pet owners that have a social inclination. It's got various features from a social feed, where similar to like a Facebook aspect, where you can upload pictures and thoughts of what you're doing. It picks up places that are around you. It shows adoptions that are in your area or from the places that are around you. So in this case, like Irwins has adoptions that show up, so that you can adopt a pet directly through the system, or you can browse through, get in contact with the relevant place. It's got everything from pounds, kennels and catteries, all vets loaded onto the system. It's got the ability to play a game of who's cuter, so you can just go and compare two different pets together and pick the one that you think is cuter, and it just matches at the back based on people's ranking and algorithms to say, well, this pet is cuter than the next one, kind of thing. So it's just a bit of a fun side to it. It's got the ability to make friends of people that have a similar interest. So I've got an Alsatian, you've got an Alsatian, you swipe yes on my Alsatian because you think it's a nice dog, I swipe yes on yours, it will automatically match in the back end and allow us to chat over anything from where you walk your dog to where you're going to take your dog to the closest vet, or what was your experience with this specific place. Now within that, Places also has the ability to have ratings, so you can go and rate your experience as a user for a specific place. So if I go to a vet and I don't like their service, I can rate them as a 1, or if I think they're fantastic, I can rate them as a 5. And the ratings work out a 1 out of 5. So you can then go and view other people's ratings and what their experiences have been at the various places.
We've actually loaded a few of our dogs that are looking for homes onto Zoopa, and then ones that are adopted obviously get put onto Zoopa, so that if they do go missing, then we can allocate them as soon as possible. And I think it broadens the aspect of us trying to find dogs homes, so people can just go sit at home and look on their phone and look at all the adoptions and say maybe they want to adopt this dog. It has all the details on it of the animal, so it will tell you what age it is, if it's a social dog, what size, and what it looks like. You know, if it's okay with cats and with kids. So you can sit at home and just look through the app and hopefully fall in love with one of our dogs. So that's why it is helping us a lot.
Just to expand on what Tanya was saying with the ease of the way that the app works, when you first download the application, it's going to ask you to log in. Now, there's two ways. You can either use a Facebook login, or you can go and set up a Zoopa account. Now, either way, it doesn't really matter which one you use. When we use the Zoopa account or Facebook, the primary things that we're needing there is an email to be able to contact you on, because of the things like the deep learning algorithm, if your pet is lost or found and that kind of stuff. So that's the main side of it. So it's really, you can have it as simple as a one-click to log into the app and start using it, or alternatively, you can add in a couple more details if you want to create your own login.
So the Zoopa Pet app, when you register the Zoopa Pet app, when you actually download it, the first thing that you need to do is you need to register, you need to add your pet to the My Pet screen. So the application requires you to add various photos. Now the reason why we add the pictures is it's extremely important, because our deep learning neural network location-based algorithms need the photographs to actually be able to return your pet home if it ever gets lost. So for example, once you load your pet in, it will require you to add certain information like its ear type, its breed, its color, whether it's got a chip or not. And once that information is in the system, we store it in the system in case your pet ever gets lost. The other features on the application is if your pet does get lost, you mark, the system allows you to mark the pet as lost, because it's most important that the earlier you mark your pet as lost, the better chance you are of recovering your pet. So once you mark the pet as lost, it will notify every vet within 50 Ks and all Zoopa users within a 5K radius immediately. So it basically allows, like your neighbors, like your friends, to immediately be on the lookout for your pet to be able to retrieve it home. But while that's happening, our neural network algorithm is working in the background, searching pet photos that are coming in from other guides that are loading all lost pets, and we're basically matching that. And if we find a match, we will notify you immediately. So it's very similar to a human fingerprint, but we've taken it an extra step further, whereby you are able to capture a photograph of a lost pet, and the pet doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to take a full-on facial recognition picture, because normally when you see a pet in the street, it's quite aggressive or quite scared. So you'll take a picture, the best picture that you can, and we'll use that location and every feature on that picture. We use 1,000 points on the picture to identify whether it's your pet or not. Another area of the application is the social network side of it. So here I've arrived at Irwins and I've gone into the neighbour component, and it shows me that there's new pets in the area that want to become my friend. So every single new pet that gets loaded in the area will come up on your Zoopa device. And so if your pet wants to make another friend with another pet, this is basically what the Zoopa ecosystem will do for you. Another area with the mobile device is if you happen to see a lost dog, or you've seen a pet that was run over by a car, the first thing you do is, where is the vet? I've got to take this dog to a vet. You'll pick up the Zoopa application and it'll immediately know where you are, and will be able to route you by navigation to the closest vet, so you can actually save that pet's life. Most importantly is like what Irwins Animal Rescue Centre do, is they load their pets for adoption onto the system, and you can be sitting at home looking at the pets that they put on the system, and you can get directly in contact with Irwins to adopt a pet directly from